Hello pirates, today we're going to be testing out the other two starter decks, blue featuring the Shichibukai or 7 Warlords of the Sea, and green featuring the Worst Generation. Worst Generations going first. Kid doesn't have any 1-cost cards he can play on turn 1, so maybe we'll give him one full mulligan, drawing another 5 cards. Okay, this looks a bit better, and I think Crocodile is good with this hand. So with both sides ready, let's set sail in search of One Piece. Dawn. And for 1 cost, Kid plays Jewelry Bonnie, turn end. Draw, Dawn, Dawn. And for 2, Crocodile will play Bartholomew Kuma. On play, look at 3 cards from the top of your deck and return them to the top or bottom of the deck in any order. So Crocodile will sneak a look at the top 3 cards of his deck. He puts all 3 at deck bottom. Turn end, draw, Dawn, Dawn. Now first, Kid will activate Bonnie's effect. Paying 1 cost and resting this character, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 Supernova's type card, and add it to your hand. Place the remaining at the bottom of your deck in any order. So paying 1, rest, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Kid will add his SR 7 cost version to his hand. Just take note that due to differences in translation, some people call it Supernova, some people call it Super Rookies, but they're ultimately the same thing. Then with his remaining 2 cost, Kid will play Uruj. And of course he attacks Crocodile. But with counter plus 1000, Crocodile blocks with Buggy. Turn in. Refresh. Draw. Dawn. Dawn. Paying 4, he plays the strongest swordsman in the world, Dracul Mihawk. And then with Kuma's 3000 power, he commands Kuma to attack, aiming for Bonnie, so that Kid can't search on the next turn. With only 1000 power, Kid will need to invest quite a lot of resources in order to protect her, so he simply lets her go. Crocodile attacks, and Kid is just going to take it. He chooses his middle life card, not a trigger. Turn in, refresh, draw, Dawn, Dawn. First, with Uruj on 3000 power, he attacks, aiming for Kuma, also on 3000. Crocodile will not commit the resources to protect him, and Kuma is taken out. Just as a reminder, there are no draws or mutual destruction in this game, so if both characters have the same power, only the target is KO'd, the attacker survives. Then paying 5, Kid will play SR Trafalgar Law. And on play, set one of your rested characters with the Super Rookies or Heart Pirates trait with a cost of 5 or less to active. So with this effect, Uruj stands up. And then, Kid attacks Crocodile. Now Crocodile doesn't really have an ideal card to play the next turn in his hand, so he's gonna take the hits. He chooses his top life, not a trigger, but a pretty good draw. Turn in, refresh, draw, Dawn, Dawn. First, Crocodile is gonna attach 1 Dawn to Mihawk and attack Kid on 6000. On Dawn times 1, when attacking, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards from your hand. So first, to draw, he chooses to discard 1 Pacifista and Edward Weevil from his hand. And since Mihawk is attacking with 6000, Kid blocks with Scratchman Apu. On counter, plus 2000. Then paying 4, here comes a second Mihawk. Attaching his final Dawn to Crocodile, Crocodile attacks for 6000. Kid chooses to take it. He takes his bottommost life, which is not a trigger. Also, I think they clump together, but Kid actually has 3 life left remaining. The first 2 got stuck together somehow. Turn in, refresh, draw, Dawn, Dawn. First, for 1 cost, Kid is gonna play the blocker, Beige. And now that he has 3 characters on his field, he attaches one of his Dawn to Uruj. Unlocking his effects on Dawn times 1, if you have 3 or more characters, this card gains plus 2000 power. So factoring in the Dawn, he is now at 6000. He attacks, aiming for Mihawk. Well, since he has another one, Crocodile is just gonna let this Mihawk go. Now Law attacks Crocodile on 6000. He chooses to take it, choosing his second highest life, not a trigger. And then Kid will attach 2 of his Dawn to himself, increasing his power to 7000, and launch an attack at Crocodile. Crocodile needs counter plus 3000 to block. He does not have enough in his hand. He takes the hit from his life, not a trigger. And then Kid will now activate his leader effects. Activate main once per turn. By paying 3 cost and discarding a card from your hand, you may put this leader to active. So paying 1, 2, and 3, and discarding Beige, he rises up and strikes Crocodile again on 7k. Crocodile chooses to block with Weevil, Gecko Moria, and Pacifista, a total of counter plus 3,000. Turn end. Refresh, draw, Dawn. First, he attaches 1 Dawn to Mihawk and attacks Uruj. And once again, with his Dawn ×1 on attack, draw 2 cards. Crocodile chooses to discard 1 Doflamingo and Thrust Pad Cannon. Now, Uruj's Dawn ×1 effects is not only during your turn, so he still retains the plus 2k to 5k. So that's 2k to block. And Kid is gonna block Uruj by discarding Scratchman Apu. Next, paying a total of 4 cost, Crocodile plays the blocker Law as well as Edward Weevil. Then attaching 1 Dawn to himself to make him 6k, he attacks aiming for Law. But Kid is going to drop Kobe to protect his attacker. Turn end. Refresh, draw, Dawn. The worst generation is now at 9 Dawn. They're gonna go all out. First, for 2 cost, they will activate Hawkins' Straw Sword. On main, rest one of your opponent's characters, and with this, the blocker Law is now unable to block. Now first, Uruj will be given 1 Dawn, and he goes for Crocodile on 6k. Crocodile chooses to take it, but oh, it is a trigger! So here it comes for free. One of Crocodile's signature moves with the Suna no Mi, Sables. On main, return one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less to its owner's hand. So with this effect, Law is bounced. And now Kid is in a dilemma. First, he will commit just 3 of his Dawn to himself and attack Crocodile on 8k power. But this is exactly what Crocodile was waiting for. Paying 2, he plays Boa Hancock's Love Beam. On counter, your leader or up to one of your characters gains 4,000 power for the duration of the battle. Then if you have 3 or less cards in hand, draw 1. So Crocodile rises up to 9k, surviving the attack and 1 draw. Now at this moment, Kid could pay 3 cost in order to restand himself for another attack, but he will definitely not be able to finish off Crocodile this turn. However, he is still in a relatively good position life-wise, so you know what? Paying 3, he will discard his 7 cost version to go active and attack once more. On 8k, Crocodile has no choice but to take it. But it is another trigger, another copy of Bartholomew Kuma. And on trigger, he's basically played for free. And once again on play, the top 3 cards of the deck can be looked at. Crocodile chooses to return all of them to the bottom of his deck. Turn in. The Shichibukai are just barely hanging on by a thread. Refresh, draw, Dawn. And now the 7 Warlords are at 10 Dawn, maximum capacity. Now first, just to test the waters, he will commit 1 Dawn to Mihawk and attack. You guys know the drill. Once again, draw 2 cards, and then Doflamingo and Jinbei will be discarded. Eustace chooses to take it, no trigger. Then, for 5 cost, Crocodile will play himself as an SR character. Since he has a when block ability on Dawn ×1, he commits 1 active Dawn to himself. And now it's time for Crocodile to activate his leader skill. Activate on main Dawn -4 once per turn. Return 1 character with a cost of 5 or lower to its owner's hand. So returning 4 Dawn back into the Dawn deck, he chooses to reduce Kid's offensive potential by returning Uruj back to the hand. Then committing 2 Dawn to Kuma and 1 to himself. Battle. Edward Weevil attacks Kid. Kid blocks with Beppo. Counter plus 1,000. Kuma attacks. He chooses to take it. No trigger. And finally, Crocodile attacks on 6k. Because of Crocodile's on-block ability, instead of taking it, Kid chooses to block with Beige, which is KO'd. Turn end. Refresh, draw, and final Dawn. The worst generation is now at 10 Dawn as well, but with 2 blockers on Crocodile's field, it is not possible for Kid to win the game this turn. First, attaching 3 Dawn to himself, he attacks Crocodile directly. He's on 8k power, which means Crocodile needs at least plus 4k counter to block, but since he only has 3 cards in his hand, and his 2 Mihawks, 1 is on the field, 1 is in the trash, this move should be impossible for Crocodile to block from the hand. And Kid is right. So he has no choice but to block with one of his blockers, Law. And now Kid will activate his leader skill, paying 3, and discarding Heat. He restands and attacks Crocodile as well, but once again, Crocodile has no choice but to block with one of his characters. He blocks with his own SR self, and unfortunately, because Beige is already KO'd, there are no targets to bounce on Kid's field. Crocodile is defeated. In case any of you are wondering, Kid's restand is once per turn, so he can't do it again to go for game. He pays another 2 costs in order to play Urouge once more and turn in. Refresh, draw, Dawn. First, attaching 1 Dawn to Mihawk. You guys know the drill. Mihawk goes for Kid. Again, on attack, draw 2. Crocodile will discard Gecko Moria and Jinbei. And in response to the attack, Kid will pay 1 Dawn in order to play the counter event Scalpel or Mess. One of Law's signature moves. On counter, your leader or up to one of your characters gains plus 2000 power for the duration of the battle, then switch up to one of your Dawn to active. So, he survives the battle and refund. Now paying 3, Crocodile is gonna play another blocker in the form of Boa Hancock. Then for good measure, for another 3 cost, he plays a second copy of it. 2 blockers on his field once again. And of course, with his leader skill, returning 4 Dawn to the Dawn deck, Urouge is once again bounced. Attaching his final Dawn to himself, battle, Weevil attacks on 5k, Kid blocks with Urouge, and Crocodile attacks himself, and Kid will take the final damage from his life, but it is not a trigger. Turn in, refresh, draw, and there are no more Dawn to add from the Dawn deck. Now since Crocodile's hand has been reduced to 2 cards, Kid will first commit 2 Dawn to himself and go for the final blow. Crocodile blocks with Hancock. Of course, Kid will play 3 and discard Kobe to restand himself, attack again. Crocodile blocks with his second Hancock. And with his remaining 5 Dawn, he will pay 3 in order to play Veto from the Fire Tank Pirates. Turn in, refresh, draw, Dawn, and Dawn. This match has gone on for long enough. Crocodile will commit all 6 of his Dawn to Mihawk. And with that, Mihawk attacks. On attack, draw 2, discard 2 Sables. With 6 Dawn, Mihawk is now at 11k. Kid needs a boost of 7k in order to survive. Paying 2 Dawn, he plays the counter event Repel. On counter, your leader or one of your characters gains plus 4000 power during this battle, then set one of your Dawn cards active. Kid will first rise to 9k, gain 1 active, and then blocking with Kobe and Law, he rises to a total of 11k. But still, that's equal to Mihawk's power. So the attack gets through and the match is over. And the winner is the Shichibukai 7 Warlords of the Sea, commanded by Crocodile. See you guys in the next One Piece battle video.